there's like 473 wolves that live within you, the
Yeah.
smallest of whom has any interest in your wellness. And the rest are like, what do my parents think of me? What will my partner think of me? What will strangers on the bus think of me? What will my old boss think of me? What will? And each of those wolves is so right. So that creates this like this agita, right? Like this unease, like that feeling when you have wicked bad heartburn and like you don't know from minute to minute if you're like totally fine or if you're just like going to be full of burning, searing acid.
Yes, I do.
But it's like that, right? It's like that moment to moment unease in the body. Like you can't ever fully land. You know what it is? It's like there's popcorn kernels inside you unpopped, and you don't know when some jerk's turning on the propane. Right?
Oh my God, what an incredible description. Yeah.
What do they want from me? What do they need? What will they think? What do they what?
Okay, feminine rebels. You have done the therapy. You've read the fucking books. You know your attachment style. You can name your triggers. You have the vocabulary of a fucking PhD in self-awareness. And yet, you still freeze. You still say yes when your whole body is screaming no. You still give and give and give until there's nothing left, and then somehow give a little bit more. And here's the thing that took me way too long to understand. You can't think your way out of a pattern that lives in your body. Full fucking stop. And today we're going to talk about what that actually means, and more importantly, what to do about it. My guest today is someone whose work sits at the exact intersection of science, somatics, and what I can only describe as like sacred feminist medicine. She is a UCSF-trained family nurse practitioner, a somatic experiencing practitioner, the host of the Feminist Wellness podcast, Boom, and the author of the brand new bestselling book, End Emotional Outsourcing, which, by the way, hit #1 in the codependency category and is already fucking changing lives. She was born in Argentina, raised in fucking Rhode Island, a trained Boston University School of Public Health, which, by the way, is literally in my backyard as we speak. And somehow she managed to synthesize all of that into a body of work that is honestly one of the most important things happening in women's wellness right now. I'm talking about Bea Victoria Albina. Bea,
Yes,
welcome.
my darling. Thank you.
Welcome to the Feminine Rebellion. I'm so fucking thrilled that you are here.
I am equally friggin' delighted.
Yeah, I'm just like, I should have hit record the minute Bea and I got on screen because we have been riffing our New England accents.
Listen.
Right?
I actually have this dream of taking a New England accents like dialect class.
I don't think you need one, girl. I don't think you need one.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. My Mainer could use a little help.
Oh, my grandparents were from Maine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then what? So before we get into like frameworks and solutions, I want us to start in the body.
Okay.
Because that's like, yeah, right? Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's land. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does it actually feel like to be a woman who has been emotionally outsourcing for years? Like not the clinical description, but like the lived physical day-to-day experience of it.
Yeah. It's like, that old saying, like there are two wolves that live within you. There's like 473 wolves that live within you, the smallest of whom has any interest in your wellness. And the rest are like, what do my parents think of me? What will my partner think of me? What will strangers on the bus think of me? What will my old boss think of me? What will? And each of those wolves is so right. So that creates this like this agita, right? Like this unease, like that feeling when you have wicked bad heartburn and like you don't know from minute to minute if you're like totally fine or if you're just like going to be full of burning, searing acid.
Yes, I do.
But it's like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like that moment to moment unease in the body. Like you can't ever fully land. You know what it is? It's like there's popcorn kernels inside you unpopped, and you don't know when some jerk's turning on the propane. Right?
Oh my God, what an incredible description. Yeah.
What do they want from me? What do they need? What will they think? What do they what?
Okay, I got it. And I feel it like viscerally
right
in my body.
Yeah.
Right now, as we speak. And I think for any woman who's like a high performer,
sure,
right?
Listen,
women who are like going after it.
Well, there's no option but to go after it when you're full of popcorn or wolves, right? Because who you are at your core is inefficient. It's insufficient. It's not enough. It's I need to prove it. I need to work harder, be smarter, be faster, be thicker, be thinner, be go to constantly prove that it's okay for me to have oxygen.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm sorry, Maddie, if that's okay with you. Is it okay with you if I have oxygen? Are you mad at me? Right? I'm so sorry.
Right?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. So
yeah,
I know like the basis of your book.
Yeah.
And you talk about this term that we've all heard, codependency.
That one.
Okay. Yeah. But I think a lot of my listeners are going to hear codependency and think, that's not me. I'm not in a relationship with an addict, but this lives in so many other forms, right? So it's this woman we just talked about who can't, the high performer, high achiever who can't stop performing.
Right.
Or the woman who has it all on paper, but still feels hollow. Right. So what are the disguises that this woman wears that she might not recognize as codependency? Because I have a moment in my life where it was probably 15 years ago. And I was so fucking overwhelmed. I was running a nonprofit, and my neighbor who lived a couple doors down from me was super fun, also an Italian woman raising kids. And we loved to smoke butts. And I would, after my kids went to bed, I would squirrel over to her house and like huff cigarettes on her back porch and tell her about my day. And she said, I remember her saying, "Oh, you need to read books about codependency." Oh. And I was like, "You say what? Like, what is she even talking about?" So yeah. Can you describe to us how that might show up?
Yeah, with great joy. And I will say I had that moment too with a friend from the great state of Rhode Island who also went to Boston University. God, this world is so small. It's so small. What? So small. So but small. She turned to me and she was like, yeah, I was like on a serial dating streak of like complete losers. And I don't mean to be judgy. I just mean, but I am being judgy. I'll just own that one. Okay. I'll own it. Listen. And she was just like listening to the 400th story of like all the trials and tribulations of dating someone who like is just not meeting any of your wants or needs, or, like who's not what you need. And she was like, oh, wow. You're so codependent, right? And similarly, I was like, meow, what?
Exactly.
No, I'm not like I'm not married to someone using substances. Meow.
And I'm not a wallflower. Right? Like
the two of us. Get out of town.
Right?
No, exactly. Oh, I say what I mean, unless it's with someone close to me who might then think negatively and reject me and abandon me. And sorry, did you actually need anything from the kitchen? I can go get you something. You want tea? You want a coffee? Do you want a baklava? I've never made that, but I could learn right now. Don't leave me. Right? And I love your phrasing. Like, did you say masks? Like, what are the costumes? What's the getup?
Right.
The get-ups tend to fall into, well, many categories. And I talk about different common sort of archetypes in the book. But let me start here. Codependency, which is a term I don't use, and we'll get there in a minute, is managing other people to feel safer. People pleasing is keeping others comfortable to attempt to avoid rejection. Perfectionism is controlling yourself to attempt to earn love. Love, praise,
say that one
safety.
more time.
Codependency is managing other people to feel safe. People pleasing is keeping others comfortable to attempt to avoid rejection. Perfectionism is controlling yourself. And I want to earn love, but that's the capital S self, who you really are. Like the two of us are, I'm just going out on a limb here to say you're being very real. You feel real to my nervous system. I'm being like, I'm me. I'm weird. I'm loud. I'm loquacious. I'm ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah.
That capital S self.
Yes.
Shrunk down.
I'm like dealing with perfectionism big time in my life. That's my biggest thing. Got to get it right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which at its core posits this whole notion that right exists.
Exactly.
Which is like one of the greatest fallacies of our time.
Agreed.
And I think it comes from this very patriarchal story that there's this all-knowing God or other man leader, preacher, who like knows what's right and wrong.
The right way to do things, the right way to do business, the right way to be a partner, the right way to raise kids, the right way to be a family member.
Right. So what if we start to recognize all of that, particularly within the context of like, who's been teaching us all of this and what's being verified right now in the news?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, someone's at my door. What's that? Oh, the Epstein files? Sorry, I'm actually in an interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who told us what's right and wrong? So why don't we trust our hearts instead? Just saying.
It feels so risky.
It does until it doesn't. So then let's loop back around to why do we do these things that suck so much?
Yeah.
Yeah, the codependent, perfectionist, and people-pleasing habits. And I'm going to shift into my language. Okay. These are survival habits. You're not a codependent. The grand you is not a codependent person. Oh, I'm just a people pleaser. No, mi amor. No. These are brilliant, outstanding ways that as tiny little potatoes, we learn to secure safety, belonging, and worth from outside of ourselves instead of from within when that felt like the only option. And it often was the only option. Like you weren't making it up. Right? They wanted you quiet. You were no fool. You stayed quiet. They wanted you to speak up. You were no fool. You spoke up. Your real self clashed with their story. Real self, backseat. Backseat. Get out of here, kid. Get in the trunk. This Tercel's hitting hundreds of miles an hour on 93. Get in the trunk.
Get in the trunk.
Get in the trunk, kiddo. Nope, we don't want you. We don't need you. Right? You're not welcome here.
We carry those into
of course
decades and decades of living.
Here's where I wanna. We beat ourselves up like we had any other option. What was the other option, Natty?
Yeah.
What on earth was the other option? When we learned this is what a good girl does.
Yes.
A good girlfriend, a good student, a good mother. I mean, I think of how many times this sweet, quiet blonde girl named Becky, who I went to school with for the 12 years, what's up, Providence Public Schools, they would put the loud boys next to her because she would tell them, shh. She would manage them. Girl was 10.
Oh my God.
But you know what I'm saying? And she's not unique. It's not a unique situation.
Yes.
We are taught from jump to manage the world for men, to manage the world for our children, which is different than ensure their safety, right? Come on now. Yeah. We're taught to manage their world.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Create their experience.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about, I got married at 26.
Sure.
So I hadn't done any self-work. And so it was like, I jumped right in to that fire of taking
Yeah.
care of a man.
And you barely had a limbic system.
Yeah, barely.
Right?
So
Yeah.
how would you describe, your book is about emotional outsourcing.
Yeah.
So what is emotional
Listen.
outsourcing?
It's this, right?
Yeah.
It's my term for these survival habits because I'm sick of the old words. They have too much baggage on them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the definition is when we chronically and habitually, and these words are important. It's not
Yeah.
a one-off. A one-off could be a choice. We're
Yeah.
not talking about that. Chronically and habitually meaning it's written into procedural memory or implicit memory, right? It's happening. You said, at the start, we got to talk about the body.
Yes.
Right. So of course, these habits are written into the mind, of course, but they're deeply written into the body as how we do to stay alive. So forget the shame, forget the blame. It's how you do on an operating system level. You know what I mean?
Yes. So what is happening on a physiological level?
Your smarty pants nervous system at 6 learned if I am quiet at the dinner table, he smiles, or mama doesn't yell, or right. If I control me and do the following behaviors, it creates the environment that feels safer. Now, emotional outsourcing is we're chronically and habitually sourcing our sense of the 3 most vital human needs: safety, belonging, and worth from everyone and everything outside of ourselves instead of from within. So on that biological level, freaking geniuses. Right? We're saying when it's Boolean logic, if you want to, cut it way down. If I do X, they won't abandon me. They won't leave me to die cold and alone on a mountaintop. I know what I'm going to do.
Right.
Right?
Stay in line. I'm going to do the thing.
Right.
I love how you reframe this as, this brilliant adaptation.
So smart.
This smart, brilliant, genius adaptation of our bodies. And then what I see with the women I work with is that you get to a point where it works for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hit midlife, you hit where we are, 46 and 50 next week, where you start to kind of pick your head up and look around and think, this isn't working for me anymore.
Right. Because it was never working for your capital S self.
Right.
Like who you truly are was never being serviced. Your survival self was.
Right.
And again, we got to give homegirl props.
Yes.
Way to go, kitten pants.
She's like street smart.
Right.
She's like street smart.
Family smart.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a manager.
She's a manager.
Yeah, and she's 8. And she's 18 and 28, but she's a baby.
Yeah, she's a baby. So how do we, what's the work? How do we kind of unbind, unravel, love on this part of ourselves, heal the nervous system?
So that's the first place, is the love up on. So the only real critique I've ever gotten from my work is this. I think you're going to, especially being an Italian, you're going to get this, that people are made very uncomfortable by the pet names I use, by the sweet language.
Okay.
And I'm like, excellent. I'll keep going.
Exactly.
Let me be more florid in my language to say how much I love thee. Right?
Yes.
Because what I also then hear, especially from the folks who are working, like actively working with me, from my clients, is the other day I started to yell at myself, and then I heard your voice go, no, mi amor. No, my, no.
Oh,
gentle. Yeah. Remain tender. Yeah. Which doesn't mean you don't have a knife in your boot. Don't come at me. This is like, for me, the most New England thing. You know what I mean?
Like, exactly.
There's a knife.
I have protection.
Oh, yeah.
And I will use it.
Oh, I will. But tender with the little ones. And so we need to start having an awareness of our everyday default unintentional language. Emotional outsourcing as a habit, as a set of brilliant, outstanding survival skills is freaking mean. Oh my God, it's so mean.
So mean.
So mean. And so we get to do pattern interruption to start to recognize, to just like listen to ourselves.
Yeah.
And if you have a low capacity for making change right now, your kids are little, your job is full-time and a half, the horrors persist, meow, 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 please just start to listen to the language you use towards and about yourself. Just start there. If you can do nothing else, you are moving mountains.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it starts with awareness, right?
That's it. So we really just start with, okay, I just looked at my human thighs and said mean words. I just said, oh, you dummy. Because what? Like I dropped a glass? Okay. What am I? What?
Yeah.
Right. And so just starting, and I'm not even saying to intervene yet.
Yeah.
But to start to build the awareness.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
My work is predicated on what scientists, mainly myself, would call kitten steps. So you're aware as a mother, baby steps are quite big.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like 3 inches. A baby foot is very large.
Yes.
Newborn kitten steps are nanometers in comparison. But really truly based in the neuroscience of behavior change, which is one of the things I studied at the great Boston University School of Public Health. The smallest step we can take is the one that will get us going.
Yes.
We'll then activate that dopaminergic system, right? Because dopamine is all about anticipating rewards, anticipating. And so if you do the tiniest freaking thing, but you do it because it was so small, you'll do the next. I love to say small and dog. And listen, just an aside here. I understand that starts to sound Long Island. I know what I'm doing. I understand that I really am very strict about cultural appropriation, but for some reason, not about Long Island.
Yeah. No,
and it's
Long Island.
Long Island. And we're all allowed one flaw. This is mine.
Okay.
You're
just going to love that about yourself.
I'm going to love that about myself.
We're not going to make it wrong.
We're not going to do it. And I'm going to own it.
Yes.
I'm appropriating Long Island from Rhode Island.
This is the work. And
this is the work. You just got to know who you are, Nats. You know what I mean? Dog and small. Listen, small steps.
Small steps. So we start with just awareness.
Awareness. And you know what? Where I actually started, speaking of being a silly goose.
Yeah.
Is starting to go, of course you walked into that wall.
Yeah.
Of course you did. I love that language. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but I do have ADHD. But you also guessed that, didn't you? You knew that.
Same, girl.
Please, the second the video opened, I was like, hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
You got called a spaz the entire 80s and 90s. I see you. You did. Let's start a club called Spaz Club. And it's for like midlife women with ADHD where we can hear that part of us.
Yes, we can just like accept it and love that about ourselves. That would be deeply healing.
All right, somebody writes that down because that's a good idea. Spaz Club. Listen, I walk into things. Do you also have no proprioception?
You want to see the bruises on my hips?
Oh no, I've got the
walking into the corner of
doors,
counters, tables, doors, tables, chairs,
just everything.
My end table next to my bed. I mean,
put that there?
Doesn't matter. My husband, I'll be naked. He'll be like, "Wow, what happened?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
12 rounds right there.
I have no idea what happened.
Me and the table. So I started, instead of being like, I started just being like, silly.
I love that.
You silly. You're a real silly little goose walking into that table. It's been there for 12 years. But those are the little tiny things that start to rewrite the neural grooves in your brain. The automatic habitual thoughts and the somatic experience that resonates with those thoughts. Because every time you go, can't believe you walked into that, there's a contraction. There's a bracing. There's a constriction in the breath. And where there's not breath, there's not oxygen, there's not life. You know, I mean, we can go pretty deep into how these old habitual patterns impact not just our sense of self, and the way we relate to self, but our physiology, our physical animal health as mammals who need oxygen.
Yes.
Right?
So I can feel, just as you say, silly goose, like an expansion in the body.
Yeah.
It's
Because
a
you're just
complete rewiring.
right. Because studies show that you're just a tiny mammal.
Mm.
And you're just humaning along your very best for today.
Mm.
And being mean to you never changes no kind of nothing.
It makes me
How
want
could
to
it?
cry.
Well, it's very tender.
It's so tender.
It's so tender. And when you, but listen, there's two animals. You love one, you're sweet with it, you're soft with it. And there's another that you hate and you're mad at all the time. Who are you going to put more effort and energy into?
So simple.
So simple. I mean, the math is pretty great math.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's great math.
It's great math.
So
it's great math.
I think your work and mine collide in a really delicious way.
Yeah, they do.
So pleasure is often the very last thing on a chronic people pleaser, right? To give ourselves permission to even feel, right? So in your experience, what's the nervous system actually doing when a woman shuts down pleasure? Or what's the
it's protective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's saying, I mean, I think what's happening in folks with emotional outsourcing habits, we talked a lot. I'm going to back this boat up. We talked about at the beginning of our conversation about sort of the experiences of folks with emotional outsourcing. And so often it's that gotta go, overfunction, gotta do, gotta make, gotta bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
And who often goes less seen is folks with two things going on in their nervous system. One, functional freeze, which is the lights are on but nobody's home. I talk about this at length in the book. That's what I lived in for decades. Right? The functional, the doing, the going, the meow, 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 but no emotions. You're shut down internally. You're numb internally.
Yes.
And then the folks who are just in the disconnected, wait, what? Oh, sorry, I'm a deer in the headlights. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. Pleasure. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What did you need? What can I do for you? I'm not over functioning because I'm not, like, I took a shower, but I'm not like functioning. And I think we bounce between those three like wore down states where sure we're not being chased by lions, but it sure feels like it.
Yeah.
And so the body is really seeking to keep us alive.
Yeah.
Right? And it's because that's all external, there is no real rest. Because the second we try to rest, the laundry, the paper, the memo, the oil change, the soccer practice, like
it
doesn't
feel
constant gasping. Right.
Safe enough to experience pleasure.
No, of course not. Right. And then, right, if pleasure becomes performative.
Yes.
Right. Which, especially under patriarchy.
Yes.
So many women and people socialize as girls learn so early that sexuality is something we give rather than something we feel and experience.
Yes.
Right? Because no risks disconnection. And if you're secure in self, then okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But how many of us are before we've done this work?
Exactly.
Right? So we override that discomfort so often because we think we should be turned on.
Yeah, we work really hard. We try really hard to enjoy things.
Right. Yeah, we try really hard to be spontaneous.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, we should want what our partner wants. We should feel what our partner feels. And so your body, your sexuality, it all becomes a stage, not a home.
Yeah.
And then so often, because again, self is in the trunk of the tercel. So what do you want sexually? I don't know. I mean, I just
no idea.
What? Right. Your fantasies, preferences, edges, it's buried under being that good girl, the pleaser, the partner who doesn't ask for too much, right? Doesn't cause conflict. Right. Please do it this way. No, I just don't. I don't.
Yeah, I don't even know what I want. How would I even ask? And if I even told you, what would you think of me?
What would you think of me? And then the second part to that is, what if you say no? Then you're validating my worst fear, which is that I am actually inherently unlovable and no one will ever meet me. Yes. I might as well give up the ghost now.
Yes. I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing because no one's going to see me.
Right. So why bother? Yeah.
No, you go.
Well, no, I was just going to say, let me, as always, pause to say, if this is you, I get it. It makes sense. You're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything protective. You're also doing everything literally according to the script you were given.
Yes.
So get out of here with the self-blame and the shame, because what rule did you break? 0. You're following the guidebook.
Yeah. And you're doing the best you can.
Yeah. And listen, you and I, we're here to teach you how to do it differently. Let's cut respectfully with love and care. Let's cut it out.
Yeah.
But not before we praise it.
Right.
Because wow, look at you. You put your pleasure last. Right? You stayed skinny. You stayed pleasing. You stayed all the things to all the people.
Yeah. You know, it's so why I love this work so much is the gentle unraveling of it, the sweetness in it, the love in it, the tenderness in it, because so much of the stuff you see out there now is fuck fear, push through it, just do it.
No one's coming. That's the one that pisses me off the most.
No one's coming.
No one's coming to save you. You got to get yourself to the gym. You got to.
Oh, the push. The
push.
Not or more of the patriarchal stew.
Right. Instead of lean on beloved community.
Yeah. And so community. So you're building community. Mm-hmm. So tell us about I love doing this work in community. I think that this is where the magic happens. Yeah. It's I have beloved one-on-one clients, and there is a particular kind of magic that happens when women do this work together.
Yeah. I mean, I think the magic is it multiplies, right? When we're together. And I think this really important thing happens, especially when we grow up or are trained up socially in our conditioning to be part and parcel of such secretive systems. Right? Because emotional outsourcing is all, I need love. Shh. I need care. Shh. Yeah. Right? It's a series of secrets.
Yes.
Right. And so when we get 30, 40 women who've been living this scrunched down self together, it just takes the one brave one to be I don't want to do this. Here's how I've been doing it. And then everyone else is me too. And all of a sudden the top blows off all the secrets. Yeah. Right? It's not.
You pull the veil back.
Yeah, well.
You're wait a second. We've all been experiencing this together and none of us have been talking about it.
Right.
I'm not alone in my desire to want to be seen, adored, loved, revered, taken care of. We're so isolated.
We are. I mean, and all of these systems that have taught us you are the problem, your character is defective, there's something inherently wrong with you for these habits. Also said, shh, don't gossip.
Exactly.
Right? Don't go to the well and talk about what Farmer John did.
Yeah.
Bad women.
Exactly.
Naughty bad women. So we get together. We don't talk shit about each other, but we gossip, as it were.
Yeah.
Right? We share what's real. We share what we've been through. And in my work, the focus is really we share what we want, what we need, and where we're headed. Because we can inspire each other that way too. I didn't know I could have that in my marriage until I saw her doing it.
It's permission.
And
talk about nervous system regulation.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, nervous system regulation in a good collective.
Right.
right? Because we've all been in circles
Ooh.
where it's really dysregulating and bad.
Yeah, I think it's a couple things that are really important.
Mm-hmm.
The container needs to be
Mm-hmm.
clearly set.
Yes.
So I come from psychedelics. And so in that work, if you don't know what the rules are,
Yes.
they're going to get broken.
So what do you mean by you come from psychedelics?
Like that's the work I've been doing for the last decade plus.
Ooh,
I don't
let's
usually
fucking
talk
go.
about it publicly.
Fucking go, girl. Tell me more.
But
this is my jam.
It's freaking amazing. And so the container has to be so solid, especially because everyone's about to leave this plane and be floating around somewhere else, right? Right? Clothes stay on, no sexual behavior, no phones, like those little things I then replicate in my coaching containers. Right? We talk about the language we do and don't use. We talk about honoring each other's pronouns. We talk about asking questions instead of giving advice.
Yes.
Right? And that's all agreed to before we proceed so that everyone can feel just that much safer to be real, to be vulnerable, to be honest. And people also know that this this broad's got their back.
Yeah.
You know, and I knock on wood, maybe I shouldn't say this part out loud, but we've never had a jerk in my programs.
Yeah.
I think it's in large part because I'm not effing around.
No.
And that's what allows us to feel safer, right? Is that containment for the nervous system?
Yes.
And just knowing you're held in a really earnest, honest, loving, kind way, and that expectations are clear. Because most of us didn't grow up with clear expectations.
No. But
we were just right. It was just willy-nilly. Whatever happens is what happens. So I think that's really important. And then the second thing that I think especially for folks listening who hold groups and hold containers is from jump, not being a guru.
Yeah.
People love to ask me, like I anchored as my 6-month program. A group just started 2 weeks ago. And especially in these first 2 weeks, people go, when XYZ happens, what should I do? What should I feel? What do you think I'm thinking in this moment? What do you think I'm feeling? What's the best somatic for me? Yeah. No. I shan't be answering that.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'm not available. I am not a guru. I am not a god. I am on 0 pedestals.
Yes.
I don't know what's right for you, and I never will claim to.
I love that.
It just creates secondary dependency.
Yeah. And it returns them back to themselves. Like go back to your own well.
Yes.
And do the inquiry.
Yes.
Because only you know.
Only you know.
And that's the work. And I don't want you in this program for 7 years.
No.
You know, like I want you to get the tools and then fly, birdie, fly.
That is correct.
Yeah. So if someone's brand new to somatic work and nervous system healing, what's like, you know, something simple and accessible that someone that's listening right now can do in her body
to start to reconnect? Yeah. So, we got to remember, right, that emotional outsourcing pulls us away from ourselves and melds us with the people around us. Right? There's that role confusion.
Yeah.
Before we can shift behavior in a meaningful way, we have to feel ourselves as separate people, right? Which we don't in emotional outsourcing. Okay. And so that individuation that people in some families I've heard tell do, like, you know, in middle school and high school, we never did, right? Maybe after a divorce, we start to do it.
Yeah.
Right. No shade, says the divorced remarried woman. So please let us always be clear. And so the work starts with remembering, oh, snap, this is my human body. This is me, a person in a body. Not, oh, look at this age spot. Oh, look at this wrinkle. Not, come on. Not looking at ourselves as object, but being ourselves. That's the work. So we set a reminder on our phone 3 times a day to pause and ask, what am I feeling right now? What am I feeling right now? We then scan the body. Where is there tension or ease? Overarchingly, what sensations are present? So what's the emotion state? What sensations are present? And we do this from the guiding goal, not to get an answer. Because 9 out of 10 of my clients, I don't know about you, but most people I know, when they start their work with me, will be like, what am I feeling? I think it's raining out. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. And then they'll feel bad and then they'll beat themselves. And we're not where we started. We're 20 steps behind.
Right.
And then scanning the body, what sensation is there? Buff. I almost swore in Italian.
Vaffanculo.
Okay, baffanculo, me vaffanculo, right? Like, get out of here.
Right.
Listen, we ask these questions for the asking of the question. That's it. If you get an answer, okay.
Great.
You didn't get an answer? Okay.
Biggie.
Equally, who cares?
Yes.
Because it's the asking of the question that we never did. So step one here really is habitualizing ourselves to ask us first.
Neural pathways.
There we go. Pattern interruption, new neural pathway. I ask me first. What do you want for dinner? Let me feel into it. I really would love a cheeseburger. I'm gonna get some onion rings. You want sushi? Listen, 2 options. We can go pick it up, bring it home. Everybody gets what they want.
Yeah.
Whereas the old script was, you want sushi? Okay, well, I mean, I guess I don't really need to have a burger. I don't really like raw fish, really grosses me out. And actually the wasabi gives me heartburn, but it's totally fine. We can get that. Why don't we do that? I'm allergic to soy. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So we're interrupting that old pathway. Appease. Right? And for those of us who are on the emotional outsourcing path of, well, I don't want that, right? There are some of us that are very oppositional from a lifetime of being run over all the time. Pause. Because maybe there's a world where you do want what the other person wants and you can meet halfway.
Oh, I love this spectrum.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we run the gamut here.
We run the gamut. And it's different in different relationships.
And in different moments and different moments in your cycle and in your perimenopause, menopause journey, right? We have to remember just how much hormones are going to impact our experience of self in the world. That's no joke.
That is no fucking joke. My husband and I were laughing last week because he eats oatmeal in the morning. Worst thing that ever fucking happened to me.
Oh no.
Because the sound of him eating oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
26 years in.
Yeah.
It started bothering me like 8 months ago.
Well, sure.
And he was like, you want me to eat in the bathroom?
Yeah.
And like, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
how about he goes to Connecticut?
Exactly.
Nobody cares what happens there, says Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
No one gives a fuck about Connecticut.
It's just a barrier between us and the city. So that's enough. He can just go eat in Connecticut.
Fine. Oh, here it's nice there. Go to Connecticut.
Really? You heard that? No, but tell anyone chewing and making mouth noise, Connecticut is your place.
Exactly.
It's the only place for you. There's no other help available. It's the law, actually.
It's the law.
It's the law. So if you're a mouth noise maker,
get the fuck out of here.
Listen,
the fuck out of here.
It's the rules.
It's the rules. So tell me about, I want to talk about 2 things before we wrap.
About how fun you are. Can we talk about that? We'll talk about it later. You're a blast. This is great.
You're a fucking blast.
You're a fucking blast.
Bea, I seriously, I need to hang out with you.
Okay, great. I'm not busy.
I love, can I just say, everyone listening, the reason I have this podcast is to make friends.
It's so great.
Seriously.
It's the best reason to have a podcast.
It is to meet women I fucking love. It is to be in connection with humans who turn me on. And this is case in point. Bea and I had not seen each other's faces in real time until 44 and a half minutes ago. And I feel like
BFF now.
Let's go grab that burger.
Let's go.
So, okay. So tell us about the podcast. And then I want to talk about the book.
Okay, these are some of my favorite things.
Everyone needs to listen to the podcast and everyone needs to read the book.
Thank you. And if anyone who's watching the video of this wonders why I keep itching my nose, we have a relatively new rescue cat and he just learned about laps very recently. He was found in a garbage can. It's not. I actually never did cocaine. I went to Oberlin in the 90s. It was
Okay.
if I wanted to do cocaine, I would have. I think some part of me recognized that I am cocaine.
Yes, you are.
I am.
Yeah.
But here I am bragging again.
I'm
I
snorting
actually,
right now.
what I have learned about stimulants is that the more neurodivergent you are, the more stimulants like cocaine will make you actually fall asleep. Yeah. So
Fascinating.
good thing I never wasted my money on that.
Right.
Listen, no, it's not cocaine. It's cat fur. There's about 60
Okay.
kilos of cat fur up my snout because I can't stop kissing him.
Okay.
So in case you're watching and you're like, she needs a Claritin, she does. You are correct.
And a nap.
It's true. A nap where I'm just kissing his fur. Listen, where were we? My podcast. Oh my God, it's so fun. So it's called Feminist Wellness, and it actually turns 7 this year.
So well
that happened.
Fuck yes.
Wow. So yeah, it came out of doing this work, and it's been this gorgeous vehicle for figuring it out. Right? Like, how do I want to talk about triangulation that hasn't been talked about, or enmeshment, or like this whole concept of like emotional outsourcing?
Yeah.
I created it because I was so sick and tired of the dumb old language. Yeah. And it became this theme on the show. And from there, the book was born. So the book is called End Emotional Outsourcing, How to Overcome Your Codependent, Perfectionist, and People-Pleasing Habits. And the book is my love letter to us because, well, in part I wrote it because it's the most democratic way of sharing information, really.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can diffuse it into so many ears. You can get it from your library for free. You can borrow it from the neighbor. Yes. It's a way to get help and support and guidance and nerdy neuroscience to folks who, well, maybe you're getting it in all channels, but maybe wouldn't have otherwise gotten it. And so it was also this opportunity to really dive into the socio-political context of emotional outsourcing, which we didn't really get to super dive into today. I'm happy to come back. What do I look busy?
Please.
Get out of here. I'm not busy. Okay, great. I'll come back after our burger.
Okay, yes.
Burger first.
With the burger.
During the burger.
During the burger.
Then the burger's a write-off. Sign me up.
Right? Yeah.
That's not Rhode Island thinking right there.
Write-off, baby.
Yeah. You're from New Hampshire, no taxes.
Exactly.
Anyway, refocus to say the book was my way of being able to dive a little deeper into the socio-political realities of how we end up in emotional outsourcing. It's where I can and sure did throw the patriarchy, white settler colonialism, and late stage capitalism fully under the bus.
Oh, I love that.
It's a good time.
Yeah. It's a really fucking good time.
Yeah. And the book is really pretty. And beauty matters.
I can see it behind you.
She's a beaut.
Will you pull her onto the screen?
Yes. Oh, here she is.
Okay, there you have it.
Isn't she gorgeous?
She's so beautiful.
I had to fight so hard to get this cover.
I love it. Why'd you have to fight so hard?
Because publishing is a whole...
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. But anyway, she turned out beautiful. I am thrilled with her. And yeah, it's just a gift to be able to share more complex thinking with the world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One question I love to ask everyone on the podcast is, what's the ripple effect of your work in the world?
I think when people are nicer to themselves, they're nicer to the people around them. So when we're deep in emotional outsourcing, we're mired in resentment.
Yeah.
Well, after all I did for you, you can't drop everything and take care of me, right? We're living in this tit for tat extractive framework when we're in emotional outsourcing.
Yeah.
And so when we're in interdependence, which is the goal, ending emotional outsourcing and stepping into interdependence, we can talk about that more in part 2. We're living from generosity. Yeah. Boundaried generosity.
Yeah. I love that.
And so we're nicer to the barista. We're nicer to the clerk and the gal on the phone. And we're just kinder writ large.
Yeah.
Because we're not so fucking peeved at the whole world.
So we have similar ripple effects. Love and justice.
There you go. Way to make it eloquent.
Love and justice.
Love and justice.
Boom.
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 Anything else you want to leave our listeners with today?
When in doubt, just make the kinder choice. Whether you're talking to yourself or the cat or the stranger or your partner, get curious and choose kindness. Curiosity and kindness. Boom.
Boom. End of story. Bea, what a fucking joy.
I am full with joy right now.
Me too.
I'm
like
heavily
leaning in. I'm like leaning into the screen. This conversation was like
so fun.
It was exactly what I hoped for.
Yeah, me too.
And more. So listeners, we're going to put all of Bea's stuff in the show notes. You buy her book, like dive into the podcast, give her a 97-star review, subscribe to it. Let's push her work out into the ethers in a really massive, massive way. I love you so hard already.
Likewise.
And to be continued, Feminine Rebellion listeners, love you madly and peace out.
Ciao.